Hi. A couple days ago, I uploaded a video talking about how I've used weed and nicotine since the age of 13. And I'm 31 years old now. Inside that video, I also talked about how I was heavily contemplating quitting these substances and how the past couple days I had been weaning off them, or at least for half the day not using them. And here I am, and I am 100% certain that I am going to quit them. I've now, again, not used any substance for the entire day, just got off work. And now, instead of using it again after work, I'm not going to use it anymore. This is it. I'm done. I have all my stuff right here, and I'm going to throw it in the trash right now on video. And then after this video, I'm going to take this trash out to the other trash can. So, I'm done. That's it. I have prepared my mind as much as I could. But I also talked about in the other video that it's not so much preparation. It's a lot of the success I get from quitting these substances, because I have quit them for a year before and then made the silly choice to go back. But whenever I'm able to succeed and get past the withdrawals, it's a state of mind thing. And one thing that really helps me, one type of state of mind, is just completely surrendering myself to it. Completely surrendering to it and the unknown in the future. And so throughout today, I've felt withdrawals and cravings and certain things. And of course, now it's probably the hardest time is right now. After I get off work, from now until I go to bed, is changing the patterns and my thought process, the muscle memory of my body and everything, and replacing the cigarette habits and weed habits with other things, or just sitting here and breathing and being more of a conscious human being and creating my own joy. Because I don't want to replace them with like unhealthy processed food habits or watching YouTube endlessly. I don't want my cross addiction. I don't want to start a new addiction unless it's good for me. Like working out. I can start working out in the morning instead of sitting there and hitting my vape like I did. Or meditation and yoga and certain things that actually help with my state of mind and help in the long run. So if I become addicted to those things, it's not such of a bad thing. And then of course music too, but I've been addicted to music, or I've used music as a crutch to replace substances before, and all I've done is music. And that's great, but I know it's really not healthy for me. If that's all I do for months straight and I'm really not like sleeping that much and I start getting like really tunnel vision and not taking care of myself as well as I could. But there's nothing wrong with being passionate and working hard on music, and that's something that's helped me out a lot whenever I quit substances, nicotine and weed and alcohol. But I haven't been drinking alcohol that much the past couple of years anyway, so thankfully I've been conscious and already gotten rid of the alcohol habit. But I replaced the alcohol habit with smoking weed. Although before I drank alcohol on a daily basis years ago, smoking weed was always my crutch. I just added alcohol, and then it was hard to get rid of alcohol, and then I started smoking more weed. And then, about a year ago, I tried to quit it all again, the nicotine and weed, and I made it a month. But now, here I am. I know what I did that failed last time, which was, like, a number of things. Like, one, getting into my head and allowing that voice to just, to convince me otherwise, to convince me that I'm not happy, that I can't create joy, and that the only way I'm going to get rid of the empty feeling inside my heart and stomach is to use substances. And the only way I'm going to get rid of all these uncomfortable feelings in life is to escape away and use substances. And I know that's not real. It's not true. Also, stress. That's another thing that's gotten me to go back. In fact, the moment I decided to start smoking again, last time I quit was at a family gathering. It was like Christmas or something, and that's always one of the most stressful things for me, or it has been, because I've allowed it to be because of my thought process and emotions and how I'm thinking about it and my state of mind. But basically, I've been too sensitive on what other people think, and especially in these family settings, especially since I'm like 31 years old, living with my parents and working at now a gas station job, low paying job. It's just, I get insecure and very sensitive. And then whenever I go to these family events, even if nobody's saying anything rude, it's just like, I feel this stress. I feel this stress being there. And it's not necessarily like, I love my family, but it's not, I mean, I wouldn't say it's just because I'm introverted, but it's not the most welcoming place. I just don't feel welcome, and I feel really stressed. So last time I went there to the family gathering, that was whenever I decided to start using again, because the stress was just too much. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I felt like it was all pushing in on me, and then I felt like just my decision to start using again gave me some type of hope. It gave me some type of relief from the anxiety. But I know that was foolish, and it was not an actual solution. All it did was bring me back into a cycle that was diminishing and taking away joy and other possibilities inside my life, and also the possibility to create pleasure and highs with my own body and mind, because I don't need weed and I don't need nicotine to feel bliss and joy and even high. Like, I already know that today. Like, I mean, I've invested time into meditation and yoga and certain things, and I know there's ways to edit my perception and breathing techniques and certain things that I've done where I can actually create exactly what I'm going after with weed and nicotine. So it's going to be harder now that I'm going through withdrawals, because yes, I can create joy, I can create all these things, I can create a foundation of stability within my mind, and I can deal with these withdrawals much better. But there's still physical aspects and psychological aspects that is kind of painful. It's like I'm tearing away layers of my mind and replacing them with something else. And so I'm going to be conscious of what I replace the thought processes with, my addiction with, and yeah, it's going to be painful either way, it seems. Or maybe not, because there were a couple times where I kind of replaced it and it seemed like it wasn't as painful as the other times, but I don't even need to focus on that. I'm just sharing my thought process about it, and so far it's been painful. Like, I mean, yeah, it's uncomfortable to change your habits, your state of mind, and to quit nicotine. Nicotine, I know it's highly addictive. I'm not so worried about the weed. I mean, if I smell someone smoking weed, it might trigger like a craving, and then that might trigger a craving for nicotine, because I've always paired the two. But weed's not going to be as hard to like fully give up. And caffeine, also, I didn't drink any caffeine today. And I still plan on drinking like a cup of tea every other day. I'm going to make sure I don't drink it every single day. And I really want to cut it down a lot. Like, make a cup of tea like maybe a once a month type of thing. Like, really just every now and then. Because I know I can have a lot of energy and focus within my mind and body. And if I stop putting all these chemicals and things and becoming dependent on them to create these feelings and stability within myself, then I can become a better, more joyful, fulfilled human being. And so that's what I'm doing. And so, oh yeah, already threw it away. I was like, did I throw it away yet? I threw it away. And that's it. I'm done with these substances. It's gonna be hard. I'll make more videos talking about my withdrawals, and especially like a week from now, a week to 3 weeks, because I know after the third day, that's apparently the hardest. And like all the times I've quit, it seems like it's been the hardest. So now I'm on the first day. Tomorrow will be the second, and then third day I'll make a video on the third day, and then I'll make a video like the first week of quitting, and just share how I'm feeling, what I'm doing to continue. And yeah, leave a comment down below. Are you thinking about quitting, or have you quit already? Throw throw it away with me inside the video. I threw it away. It's your turn. Or maybe you're just thinking about it. I mean, I've been thinking about it for, I don't know. Well, since last time I quit, but then I kind of pushed it into the back of my mind. Then I started thinking about it more clearly the past week or two. And yeah, whenever I was thinking about it, I was watching videos of people talking about how they quit, or people talking about wanting to quit or reducing their intake. And yeah, so leave a comment down below. Do you smoke nicotine or e-cigs or weed, vape? Do you want to quit? How long have you smoked? Are you a chipmunk? That's the first thing that came into mind. If you're a chipmunk and you're smoking, that's horrible. That's gotta be bad. You got tiny little chipmunk lungs. You gotta take care of them. All right. All right. Thank you for watching. For the animals.